good everyone? It's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video. For today's video, we are going to cover a performance versus video on the Nike Lebron 20 versus the Nike Jaw 1. So without further ado, let's get into it. So just really quickly, I do want to cover the aesthetics of both of these shoes. For me, the Nike Jaw 1 was a pretty plain looking basketball shoe, but then once getting them in hand, I do really like the overall kind of just basic look, honestly. On foot, they are a very good looking basketball shoe in my opinion, but moving over to the Nike Lebron 20, I absolutely love the design cues on this shoe with the swoosh that kind of comes off the back of the shoe, the double swoosh design, and then just a low top, lightweight Nike Lebron basketball shoe is an amazing thing here in 2022/2023. So as far as the overall aesthetics, I would have to give the slight edge to the Nike Lebron 20, but let me know what you guys prefer as far as the looks go. I do think the Nike Jaw 1, especially for that price point, is a great basketball shoe, and the aesthetics aren't bad either. Alright, so as far as traction goes on both of these models, on the Nike Lebron 20, on this colorway, you do have a translucent outsole, and it is a multi-directional traction pattern, as you can see here at the forefoot and at the heel. And as far as these perform on court, whether it's clear or solid rubber outsoles, these are a top tier traction pattern. Probably one of my favorites still to play in. They bite the floor super hard. They're very loud, so you do have that feedback on the Nike Lebron 20. It's absolutely an elite traction pattern setup. And then on the Nike Jaw 1, you do have like a modified herringbone traction pattern, and honestly, these perform great as well. I had no issues on clean or dirty floors, whether it was a hard lateral cut or forward motion. The Nike Jaw 1 has you covered. So as far as the traction goes, whether it's the Nike Lebron 20 or the Jaw 1, I would have to say it's a tie. Both models from Nike are fantastic. The one edge that the Nike Jaw 1 has is this does retail for $110 US, whereas the Nike Lebron 20 does retail for almost double at $200 USD. So as far as the cushioning goes on both of these models, the Nike Jaw 1 does have a Phylon midsole, and then in the forefoot it does have kind of a skinny Zoom airbag directly under the ball of your foot, and this is a pretty close to the ground feeling shoe as far as the cushion goes, and it does offer a nice natural feeling as far as the heel to toe transition. But my one gripe is that it has nothing in the heel. So once that Phylon midsole does break down, it's gonna feel pretty dead in the heel. But right now they're performing pretty good, especially at that price point of $110 USD. So nothing special, but it's not bad underfoot. And then moving over to the Nike Lebron 20, honestly, this cushion setup is far superior to the Nike Jaw 1 in my opinion. So you do have that Cushlon midsole throughout. And then you have like a 13mm Zoom bag in the heel, and it's a very large oversized Zoom airbag in the heel of the Nike Lebron 20. And then up front as well, you have a Zoom turbo bag, which does have some slits in it throughout, so it does kind of offer that natural feeling as far as all the movements your foot is gonna make. And it is pretty close to the floor also in the Nike Lebron 20. So I know these retail for $200 USD, but for me, the overall cushion setup is far superior in the Nike Lebron 20 compared to the Nike Jaw 1. But I do think a ton of parents, as far as the price point for the shoe for their kids, you really can't go wrong. But I actually picked up my son a size 4Y in the black and red Miami Heat colorway for like $90 Canadian. So I think you can start finding some of the Nike Lebron 20s on sale as far as the price point goes. But as far as the cushion setup for what's tailored for my knees and kind of my play style, the Nike Lebron 20 is still the cream of the crop as far as Nike basketball shoes go. So as far as the fit goes on both of these models, I would say go true to size regardless, unless you have a wide foot. If you have a wide foot, I would say go up half a size in the Nike Jaw 1, as it is pretty snug up front here, which I definitely like that one-to-one feeling. But as you can see here, the toe box does taper in. So if you do have that wide foot, I would say go up half a size, and this shoe should have you covered as far as the fit goes. On the Nike Lebron 20, the materials are just a little bit more forgiving with this like basket weave mesh material. And again, I would say go true to size. I went with a size 10.5, and my toe is near the end, but it's not quite as snug. It's still a one-to-one fit, but I would say the Jaw 1 is actually a bit of a tighter fit. So for me, I think the fit on the Nike Jaw 1 takes the cake. But again, the Nike LeBron 20 is no slouch. So as far as the fit goes, I would have to give the slight edge to the Nike Jaw 1. So as far as the materials go on both of these shoes, the Nike Jaw 1 definitely has the budget-friendly kind of mesh and synthetic leather throughout. At the back of the shoe, some more of that synthetic leather. And right off the bat, it does take some time to break in because it does feel really stiff, but over time it does break in nicely. And one thing I will mention is the performance of this shoe is not messed up as far as the materials go. The material does perform great and it's very breathable on foot. And then moving over to the Nike LeBron 20, you do kind of have like this Flyknit material, and it's more of a premium material in my opinion. And then you do have some suede hits on the tongue, at the back heel tab, a leather tab right here, and then some more suede or nubuck at the toe. So I do think the Nike LeBron 20 does offer a nicer material package, not to mention that it does feel more free flowing on foot. It breaks in a lot quicker on the Nike LeBron 20. I do want to mention that I do feel like I'm kind of liking this more and more that I do play with it on court. It does offer a very supportive package, but it does take some time to break in, whereas the Nike LeBron 20, in my opinion, felt very nice right off the bat from the first time that I played in them. If I did have to give the edge to one shoe over the other, I would have to say I would give the edge to the Nike LeBron 20, just a better overall material package in my opinion. Also, one last thing as far as the materials go, as far as breathability for both of these shoes, I really think you can't go wrong. This mesh material throughout the upper offers some pretty decent breathability, and then this mesh material at the toe box and at the side panels offers some great breathability as well. So I would have to say it's a tie as far as the breathability goes on the Nike LeBron 20 versus the Nike Jaw 1. So as far as the weight goes for these two shoes, they are both size 10.5, and the Nike Jaw 1 in size 10.5 comes in at 14.05 ounces, and the Nike LeBron 20s in a size 10.5 come in at 15.35. So as far as the support goes on the Nike Jaw 1, you do have that internal heel counter, and then you do have these synthetic leather wings on the lateral and medial side. So on those hard lateral cuts, it does keep your foot contained very nicely. And then at the bottom of the shoe, you do have this very wide and stable base at the forefoot. And then there is also a top loaded shank plate. It is pretty small and it is plastic, but it does offer a pretty good torsional support system here in the Nike Jaw 1. So really no slouch as far as support goes, a very supportive basketball shoe in my opinion, especially for that $110 price point. Moving over to the Nike LeBron 20, this shoe does have an internal heel counter, and then moving your way down from that, this material is actually pretty supportive as well. And then it does have a thicker portion of material here with this kind of rail here that wraps up just a little bit. So on those hard lateral cuts, it does keep your foot contained very nice. Moving your way down from that, it does have a wide and stable base with kind of like an outrigger right here. And then you do have that carbon fiber shank plate, which offers great torsional rigidity. So as far as the support goes, I would have to give the slight edge to the Nike LeBron 20, but the Nike Jaw 1 is no slouch, especially at that price point. More people are going to be able to afford this shoe and try this shoe out over the Nike LeBron 20s. But overall, I would say it's kind of a 1A and 1B. You really can't go wrong as far as support goes on both shoes. And they are both low top basketball shoes. So I know a ton of people love playing in Kobe's, and these are kind of similar packages to a lot of the Kobe models of the past, with this one just being more of a budget friendly model, but both of these shoes offer a great supportive package. So that's going to do it for today's video on the Nike Jaw 1 versus the Nike LeBron 20. Two of Nike's premier basketball shoes here in 2023. Some of the best low top basketball shoes. Let me know down in the comments which you guys prefer. For me, I'm still picking the Nike LeBron 20 every time over the Nike Jaw 1. But if you do want to play in a very supportive basketball shoe with great traction and great fit and a fantastic price point at $110 USD, look no further because the Nike Jaw 1 is just that. But again, for me, I'm picking the Nike LeBron 20 just because of the cushion traction, material setup. I really love this shoe to its core. I think I have like 6 or 7 pairs now, so I really enjoy playing in these. But let me know down in the comments what you guys prefer, the Nike Lebron 20 or the Nike Gel 1. And check out my Instagram over at 23mj88, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.